You think you're lazy, but your brain is working against you. Every day, your brain is making decisions without you even realizing it. It controls your focus, your energy, and even your motivation. And the worst part is, you think it's your fault. You've probably said this to yourself more times than you can count. I'm just lazy. It feels real. It feels personal. Like there's something wrong with you. But here's the truth most people never realize. Laziness isn't a personality trait. It's a signal from your brain. Because your brain has one primary job, not to make you successful, but to keep you alive. And survival, in your brain's language, means conserving energy. Thousands of years ago, this made perfect sense. Energy was limited. Food was uncertain. Wasting effort could mean death. So the brain evolved to be efficient, to avoid unnecessary work, to question effort, to slow you down, unless something truly mattered. But today, the world has changed. You don't need to hunt for food. You don't need to fight to survive. Yet your brain is still operating on the same ancient system. So when you sit down to do something difficult, studying, working, building something meaningful, your brain asks a simple question. Is this necessary right now? And if the answer isn't immediately clear, it creates resistance. That resistance feels like laziness. You open your laptop and suddenly feel tired. You think about starting, but something pulls you away. You delay. You hesitate. You avoid. Not because you don't care, but because your brain is trying to protect energy. And the more you misunderstand this feeling, the more you attack yourself for it, the worse it becomes. Because now, it's not just resistance, it's identity. I'm lazy. And once you believe that, you stop trying to change. But the moment you understand that this isn't who you are, everything shifts. Because if it's a system, it can be rewired. There's another layer to this problem, something invisible but incredibly powerful: dopamine. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure, but that's not entirely true. Dopamine is about anticipation. It's what drives you to act, to seek, to chase, to move forward. But in today's world, that system has been hijacked. Every time you check your phone, scroll through short videos, refresh your feed, your brain gets a small reward, a quick hit, no effort required. And your brain learns fast. It starts associating reward with ease, not effort. So over time, something dangerous happens. Your brain resets its expectations. Now, it wants stimulation without struggle. It wants reward without delay. And anything that doesn't match that pattern feels wrong, boring, heavy. You sit down to work, and your mind drifts. You try to focus, but your brain keeps searching for something easier. Not because you lack discipline, but because your brain has been trained to expect instant gratification. And the more you feed it, the stronger that expectation becomes. Until eventually, even normal tasks feel unbearable. Reading a page, watching a long video, thinking deeply, all of it feels like too much. And that's when people say, I can't focus anymore. But focus isn't gone. It's just been rewired. Now let's go even deeper. Because energy and dopamine aren't the only reasons. There's something even more powerful: your brain's relationship with discomfort. Every time you try to do something meaningful, something unfamiliar, something that actually moves your life forward, your brain scans for danger, not physical danger, but emotional discomfort, fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough. To you, it's just a feeling, but to your brain, it's a threat. So it reacts. It slows you down. It distracts you. It pushes you towards safety. You check your phone. You tell yourself, just 5 minutes. You delay. And in that moment, you feel relief. That relief is important because your brain remembers it. It learns. Avoiding this task makes us feel better. And that's how procrastination is built. Not from laziness, but from reinforcement. Each time you avoid discomfort, you strengthen the habit. And over time, it becomes automatic. You don't even think about it anymore. You just don't start. And the worst part, the discomfort never actually disappears. It just grows in the background, waiting until it becomes overwhelming. So, if your brain is doing all of this, what can you actually do about it? Here's where everything changes. Because the goal isn't to fight your brain, it's to understand it, and then retrain it. Step 1, stop calling yourself lazy. Because every time you say that, you reinforce a false identity. Instead, recognize the pattern. Your brain is conserving energy. It's chasing easy rewards. It's avoiding discomfort. That's all. Now you can respond differently. Start small. Not because it's easy, but because it's less threatening to your brain. Instead of forcing yourself to work for hours, start with 5 minutes. Build momentum. Let your brain see that effort isn't dangerous. Then, reduce the noise. Limit constant stimulation. Give your mind space to reset. Because right now, your brain is overloaded. And most importantly, learn to stay with discomfort, not escape it. Because that's where rewiring happens. At first, it will feel unnatural, even painful. But your brain adapts. It always does. And over time, what once felt difficult becomes normal. So no, you're not lazy. You've just been trained to think you are. So next time you feel lazy, don't blame yourself, because your brain is following patterns you didn't even know existed. The real question is, are you controlling your brain, or is it controlling you?